Welcome back to Leeds Lately. Today's video is being recorded straight after the England-Scotland game at Wembley, where we've just drawn 0-0. As you'll notice, bit of a different setting. I'm actually in an Airbnb in Scotland. I didn't fancy going to a Scottish pub to watch this game in this shirt. But let's talk about the game. The game, I would say, was evenly contested in terms of chances. Scotland had that chance early on with Che Adams, who sounds really Scottish, doesn't he, when you hear him speak. He had that chance where he shot low into the bottom corner and Tyrone Mings cleared it. They also had that chance where their right back hit one on the volley after Tierney had cut it back to him, after him and Robertson had done an overlap on the left-hand side. Their right back hit it on the volley and then Pickford made a very, very good save. So they were the two sort of main chances for them, other than maybe the one where Lyndon Dykes hit it on the half volley. Another one that sounds really Scottish with his Australian accent. Hit it on the half volley, was going just wide, I think, but Reece James didn't know that and cleared it almost off the line, if you will. So they were their main chances. England-wise, we had the one where John Stones should have really scored early on after a corner was whipped in and he got himself free in the box and managed to hit the post/bar. That was in the first half as well. And then the other main one for England was when Sterling nicked the ball off Scott McTominay, ran down the line, put it back through McTominay's legs after McTominay had tried to get back, and Mason Mount just hit it wide. So in terms of actual real good chances, I think we were quite even in that sense, but in the actual game we had a lot more of the ball, but we just looked toothless. As much as they sort of overperformed really to the level of players that they have in certain positions, we underperformed. I think Southgate made a big mistake playing Sterling. I don't think Sterling's a bad player. I think he's got his uses, but not in a game against Scotland. So I mentioned this in the video about Calvin Phillips earlier in the week, and what I said was that players like Raheem Sterling are very good for breaking beyond the line, breaking beyond the defenders and stretching teams. But that works against Croatia because Croatia are playing quite a high line because they're a quite attacking nation and they've got some good midfield and attacking players. Scotland are a team who, no disrespect to them, aren't as good, so will sit back in their own box or on the edge of their own box, playing a low block with three that becomes five at the back when Robertson and the right back tuck in. So there is no space behind them for Raheem Sterling to run into. There is no space for him to open up, and there isn't really a space for anybody to play a ball over the top to him for. So playing him in this game, I think he's null and void. I don't think he does anything in this situation. I don't think he's appropriate for this situation. He's not a fantastic dribbler of the ball one-on-one with the player. He's got pace to beat it, but when you're playing 3-5 at the back, there's always an extra player covering behind that man, so it's not a case of being able to just beat people for pace. So Grealish for me should have started with Foden on the right, Grealish on the left, because they really open up chances that you wouldn't get from someone like Sterling. They're good with their feet, good on the ball, and can open up those little half spaces to play a pass through or to have a shot through. So the fact that Grealish didn't start for me was worrying, because Southgate in this situation should really know his best 11, and I don't think he does in this case. Fair enough, he played two more attacking right back and left back in Shaw and Reece James, but they didn't have as much effect on the game as they should have done really. They were actually quite deep for most of the game. Shaw, because Scotland are weaker on their right hand side, Shaw did get forward more, but there was times where he did a little 1-2 and stuff with Sterling on the left wing, but never a time where he was really, really effective, apart from when he did get that one chance in the box that he sort of spooned it wide. So I don't think the selection today was great. And even obviously as a Leeds fan, I'm a massive fan of Phillips, but I think in a game like this, he wasn't really the appropriate player to play in there. I think with Croatia, there was a lot more spaces opening up, but because Scotland are so tight and compact, I think even if you'd have started Grealish instead of him in that role, then that might have opened up a little bit more as well. And the other thing I think is when Southgate decides to bring on Rashford instead of Kane, I think Rashford's a good player to come in from out wide, cut in from out wide and shoot and play passes and stuff. I don't think he's great at leading the line on his own. I think somebody like Calvert-Lewin offers a different dynamic where we know that Kane is good at heading a ball, but the absolute leap on Calvert-Lewin, to be honest, I'd back him to beat most defenders in an aerial duel. So to have somebody like that you can bring on, I think we should have brought him on, and I think we should have knocked it out to the wings, and I think we should have just whipped more balls in the box. There's no shame in trying to whip balls in the box when you can't break a team down. I think we really should have tried that more because, like I say, Kane's good at heading, and if we then brought on Calvert-Lewin, players like Grealish and Foden can whip a ball in the box for him, and Mount and Phillips has got a great delivery on him as well. So for me, the substitutions weren't great given the situation, and I think Scotland overperformed, England underperformed, and that meant we met in the middle and it ended in a draw. So obviously that's us second in the group now because Czech Republic have a better goal difference after beating Scotland 2-0. So coming out of the group, I worry a little bit if we can get out of the group, which I think we will against Czech Republic. I worry a little bit about if we can't break down Scotland, how we're going to break down teams like France or Portugal or Germany, all of which it's feasible we'll meet in the round of 16. And if we want to go on to the final or even win the competition, then you have to be able to break down teams like that, and you have to be able to score goals against them. Harry Kane looked a bit ineffectual today. They couldn't get him into the right spaces. They couldn't get the supply lines to him. I wouldn't really say it was his fault, but it was one of those days where we just didn't create enough chances against a team that really we should be beating, given the quality of our squad. So that's going to be it for this one. Next video will be back at home, so proper editing, proper setup, proper background, and that'll probably be a reaction to the Czech Republic game. And in between times, I'll probably put out something like a all-time Leeds 11 is what I'm thinking of doing next. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more. There will be more content coming in the future, whether that be Euros or Leeds United content. It's not just Leeds United on this channel, although the name suggests it is. So yeah, like the video, and yeah, see you next time. Thanks for watching.